Hi, welcome. I'm Priscilla Batzell. This is Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery's demonstrations and tutorials. Let's have some fun. I've been doing something called scooping. And what scooping is taking a reservoir, usually this reservoir, and in this case this reservoir, and putting a little bit of blaster silicone for me in the bottom, and maybe in the middle if I feel like it, just a spritz, and then adding all the beautiful colors I can possibly think of. And this time I'm going to take advantage of some white because I think it's good filler and it might lighten up my composition just a little bit, and that would be okay with me. And I've never used this container before, and I'm just going to keep filling it around and adding to what seems like a good idea at the moment. I have some color shift yellow. Since my season outside is almost over, no matter how rude it looks, just don't panic. I'm talking to myself. Yeah, since the season is almost over, I can use whatever I want and it'll pretty much be more or less in storage. I see you, thing you. Out of there. Love that metallic turquoise. Oh, I have a dog that wants to go in the house. You know what, dog? You're going to be waiting about 17 more minutes. It's not that hot out here today. It really isn't too bad at all. It's only like 88. Yeah. Just gonna keep. Oh yeah, that's the one right there. My favorite color. I discuss this with whoever's watching quite frequently. And looking at that makes me think I don't have any blue in there. At least not any dark blue. And I have, like I said, I have another canvas ready to go. So whatever we don't use in this, I will be using in the next one. Alright, I wanted some black in there. And even though I'm not a huge fan of yellow, see I always splooge that in there? That's what brings the silicone up from the bottom. Even though I'm not a huge fan of yellow. Hey, I remember to finish my sentence. She said hopefully. It seems to make a big difference in the way things pop. And I have some other colors here that I need to use up. Please come out without a bunch of... Yeah, that's perfect. Don't worry about the dog. He's not like dying or anything. And this is a nice red-orange when I can get it out. We're almost done. I'm not stopping the camera. But maybe this will be quick for his sake, since he's freaking out. He freaks out normally anyway. One there. A little more blue. Probably some more black. I thought there was going to be another color orange around here somewhere. Definitely some more black. Maybe some more gold. I never get tired of adding colors to the reservoir, actually. My turquoise is still there. A little more never hurt anything. I could put some more white in there, but I think it'll come up anyway. Not that we're not told it goes down. Right in there. And this horrible pink color in this yellow colored bottle actually really is sort of like adding white. For whatever reason it makes things pop. Look, neon pink. I'm not using any of that. Oh, really? Okay, I'm using some of that. Looks like a lot of Floetrol sitting right on top of that. This is my flat front spoon. It's broken. It's being held together with duct tape. You can't make me throw this away. This is a cool spoon. The other spoon I have is much larger that I will probably use on the larger piece, and I heated it with a torch outdoors where the fumes wouldn't get me, and I flattened the front. That looks like it needs more black, but I'm just going to go with it anyway. I like this right here. And I have been tipping these almost immediately. And I have a spatula. I showed you already that I actually scrape out my spoon with because paint leads more paint. And it's not muddy on the spoon, so why waste it? And I have an edge catcher over here. It's not looking overly beautiful, so I'm not feeling like I'm losing anything in particular. And I'm going to catch an edge. I lost some of my pretty turquoise, but you know what? I really thought maybe I should torch that. We haven't gone too far out of the way. Let's torch that. Pop some cells. Yeah, just like that. And let's not over torch anything, that way we can add more of whatever we want. And I'm going to continue to let that paint just come right out of that spoon. And use the spoon as an implement to let it run right along. And since that torching works so well, I'm going to do it again. Only a lot smaller flame, that way I don't light my canvas. I see a little spot on my canvas that's not overly covered with the matte black that I pre-primed this with. And I like this green right here. And I love that orange. And as long as we're at that orange, let's add some of that beautiful yellow with that blue. And no matter how bad I want to completely cover this, I am going to try and restrain myself. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to show you. I don't know how many times you've seen this, but I can dip my tool right in, and I can take whatever pattern I see to a point. That sounds like a dog rescuer has arrived. The napping man arises. And I can just do that a bunch of times if I wanted to. Just to show you. It can be done. Boy, I'm loving this. I'm not sure how much more I want to do, but I'm pretty sure there's room for a lot more to be done. So I'm just going to keep going. And did we miss any torching? Bring that way down. Not so far it'll go out. I like the idea of leading this area over, but I don't know how much leading I can do at this point. And that's the best thing about this tool right now, is we can lead the paint instead of tipping the paint where we want it to go. And I could use my skewer and just let that roll right down over the side. Why not, right? You can move paint a number of ways, and moving it with a skewer is one of my favorites, especially if it's thick, because it means you can pick up paint from one place on your skewer, was a place that's not going to hurt anything much. Now let's just go over here. Just for show and tell. Because you wouldn't have known that beautiful bunch of turquoise was in there, would you? You can never tell what's in a paint puddle. You can use what's on top. That is a dancing something or other. That's pretty cool, actually. I'm going to try not to drip too badly. And I want that pink all the way down here. That little green. Continue to lead the paint with my skewer. Just gently. You may not keep what's on the surface, but you have a very good chance, because you're agitating the paint, of breaking open some cells. Anytime you agitate the paint, you have a renewed opportunity to break open some cells. I see, I like this over here, that over there. Use my spatula again. I guess I stopped doing this for a while because it seemed like it was easy and nobody understood what I meant when I said scooping, but everybody seems to be catching on now. So I know a lot of you are going to have a lot of fun with this. And I thought I might as well just share it a little bit more before I disappear. Assuming that I'm going to disappear, since I need a studio and I don't really have that space in the house, and it's going to be ungodly, impossibly, disturbingly hot. I'm going to take my skewer and dip it right in the paint and see what I get. Guess why? Because I can. I'm just going to continue making weird things happen with that skewer. Roll it a little sideways, pull it along. Use it as a writing instrument. I'll take my edge catcher and make it go away. And continue on with that semi-plan. The oranges and the yellows do not dry as brilliant as you see them here. But that's okay. They still show, and they're still beautiful. I'll use my skewer to go down over the edge. We have 8 minutes left. Isn't that cool? turquoise in that mix. And I don't know if you were here the last time I told somebody, but this is how I do that. You can't see me, but I just squeezed some of that turquoise right in there and floated it on the surface, and now I have it to use. Just like a brush with some color. We're getting sort of some continuity going here, and I like it. I'm going to continue on. I'll roll it sideways, release some patterning. Because I can. I don't know if I'm out of the scope of the camera right now, but I'll get back there. Look at that. Is that not cool? That is so cool. Come on, you got to admit, that's so cool. Take this. Grab some of that turquoise, put it right there. And right there by rolling the skewer sideways. I'm going to take my skewer and cover it with some paint from the dish. Roll it sideways on the edge of the canvas, just below all that pretty stuff we just put there. And I know I haven't been using the spoon, but I can use the spoon. I can dip it right in. Pretty quick here. I'm just going to say enough. Because how much more do you need, really, than that? Maybe just this. Skewer to do something I haven't done before, which is to make a couple of spirals. I just as soon not drip on my canvas on the way to doing that. I want to sort of cross those over. I think I had to come down here and finish this little area first. And I feel like I'm missing something over here, but not much. So I think that gold will be perfect. And that is canvas number 1, and there's all the paint I have left. I said I didn't want any colors dripping on the canvas, but I lied. I like the idea of a few anomalous drops. All good. I want some more of that pink. That works for me. That's very cool. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, and I did enjoy that. So, have a wonderful one, and see you in the next video. Bye for now. Hi, this is Priscilla. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you'd like to be super helpful, please join the membership. My art is for sale. I'm here to help. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I have 2 books on paint pouring. They're found in the Amazon link, and the Amazon link is found on the link tree in the description underneath the video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you come again. Bye for now. Priscilla out.